Hello, Internet. I'm Keats, and welcome back to Derail Valley. I honestly forgot over the weekend exactly where we were, but it looks like we're here in the trusty goods factory in town. So today I don't really have a specific plan. I was just gonna see what jobs are available and go from there. I'm not entirely sure what license we're gonna go for next, so I'm thinking either one of the hazmats, or start the hazmat line, or start working towards the steam train and see what we can do with that. The other thing today is there was a new update to the game. They're on build number 82 now. This update looked like it was mostly bug fixing and some optimization, memory optimization, and whatnot. So we'll see how that goes. See if there's any noticeable changes to the game. But let's go ahead and see what jobs are on the table. This is a pretty good one here. Requires long one, and it actually is pretty much at the max capacity of what the shunter can do. Move that out of the way. A lot of shunting jobs here. Here's a hazmat, can't do that yet. Another heavy long one. This one's loading, the other one's unloading. Just one logistical haul going to the oil well north, which, oh, I was going to say that's not very far away. That'd be a quick little job, but there probably wouldn't be anything else to pick up at the oil well north just because we don't have the hazmat license. So let's see what freight hauls we have. Wow. A max weight pipe delivery all the way down to the harbor. I feel like we were kind of just there. Wow, there's a lot going to the harbor. Look at this. So we could either take these two and have our weight limit, or pick up this one here and go down to the harbor. Or we could load this one and then haul it down to the harbor. And here's an unloading job. So it looks like we're going to the harbor for sure. So it just depends on what we want to do. So I think first let's just start off with some shunting here. Make a quick 8,000, and then we can see what job. Well, it'll spawn the haul job for this, and these will be pretty identical. We can just sort of see which one we'd prefer to take. It'll probably be this one because we'll already be hooked up to it. So unless the price difference is significant for some reason or another. So yeah, let's go ahead and do this. The other thing we can do, as always, is if we felt like it, we could go around and try and find the cars that match this job number. That usually works. There we go. And I forgot already what it is. So it's going to be, so it looks like 5 flat cars with containers and then 2 box cars. And I'm looking right here. Here looks like 1, 2, 3. That's only 4. But there's 2 box cars on the end of it. So let's see if this matches our job number since it's right here. Oh, they took that away. Nope, there it is. Spoke too soon. GFSL03. Okay, this is it. So that's one. So there's going to be another pickup somewhere else. And going to the harbor from here, yeah, is that same route we did last time where we'll go around and down. I mean, not last time, but last time we went from here to the harbor. Well, we know where that one is, and I think our locomotive is still just over here, yes? I don't remember where we left our locomotive. So we might have to grab a new one, but I see 2 shunters just over here, so no problem. So it looks like what we're looking for is a single flat car. Ah, this is new. Track ID, yard ID, yard station office. I don't wonder what the difference between a full and a simple station office is. We'll have to find out. Shop, service point, track, dead end, station exit, heading, yep, all that stuff. That's a nice little table there, or legend. So I know there's a couple of these storage sidings just off this way. I'm betting one of those has our... No? So we'll be looking for a single flat car. Not there. And there's no other storage sidings here, unless I miscounted, which is, of course, always possible. So to any of you yelling at your monitor about how I missed it, just, either tell me where I should look or bear with me for a few more minutes. Ah, yeah, of course, here's a single flat car right here, right next to our train. Don't need that. Looking at this. Yep, of course. All right, let's go get this ready. And definitely get that time bonus. That'll be a sweet little extra amount. Oh, you know what? I'll bet the update reset locos and whatnot. So that's why it's not where we left it. Let's just take this one right here. Fire it up. Oop. On, please. There we go. Sorry about that. Just checking make sure my stream was running. So far, Twitch Studio has been much, much better than just using Shadow Play. So. back here so we can change our switches as we go. Added a functioning door onto the shunter. We'll have to check that out in a minute. In fact, I think it's... Oh yeah, there's one. There's one there. Let's see. That's pretty clever. I like that. Okay, we definitely want to go right. And then we're going to want to go right again here. Yep. Leave the doors open. Hear the good sounds. Too much. Looks like it does sort of close itself. That's nice. I like that a lot. Good addition. Now we want to go to the left so that we can pull up here and then back into the other yard, or the other side of the yard, pick up our other cars. Yep. And just go ahead and switch that while we're here. Quite a bit, so between these couple jobs we could probably pick up the steam engine license if we felt like it here in the next couple episodes. Now that will be interesting. As I've said before, I've driven the thing all of twice so far in this game, and I'm definitely, it's a whole different beast. Not only do you have to pay attention to everything that you're doing normally, but that steam engine takes a lot of work. Shoveling coal, adjusting the water, making sure your temperature stays in the right range. It's fascinating, but difficult. And I didn't even think about it, but you can still just clip right through the door. So on the one hand, that's nice and convenient. On the other, it'll make it so that using the door will essentially just be a role play choice. All right, let's go validate that job. Get it loaded up. I know it looks kind of strange with all these flat cars and then those two box cars, but we're going to be putting a bunch of shipping containers on these, so it should even itself out. Well, it just like throws it out there at you. All right, coupled there, load on B1L. And in fact, let's get our remote ready. We want to go forward. Let's just throttle up 2 notches, and we'll do this riding the back of these boxcars. This is actually really fun. Just stand up here. Let's see if we can set any of these switches as we roll past there. Yeah, definitely that one. Want to go to the left. That one doesn't matter. That doesn't matter. Okay. Let's coast. I didn't check to see if they moved the loading computer or the loading terminal yet on this one. Oh. I'm guessing it's still by the station office, but we'll find out here. To make sure this is, well, actually this one doesn't matter at all. Oh, there we go. Let's stop. And I put a lot of brake in, so we're gonna have to wait a few seconds for that to disengage, but no problem. There we go. Also have to wait for the slack between the cars to compress. Man, these boxcars are great. These also would be great to haul with the steam engine, just seem thematically appropriate. And then I suppose we can go ahead and look and see where it wants us to put it. D40. Hopefully that track isn't too full already. Duck. Keep leaving the throttle in, burning fuel for no reason. Just because I can't hear the engine from all the way back here. I don't know why the battery is not charging very fast right now. It's, I mean, I'm clearly getting full sun to the solar panel there. Oh, I also forgot they did add a stats page to the career manager where you can get a printout that shows what your current copay is, how much of a reduction in your time bonus you're on, and all that good stuff. We'll check that out after we turn in this job. Hopefully I'll remember. Yeah, let's make our way forward. And we just have to clear this junction here. There we go. That should do it. Then I'm going to set the independent brake. Yeah, we'll leave the train brake on. Oh, yep, the terminal is still over here. Are we in range to load? Perfect. Load. Nice. Now we should see a pretty significant difference in the performance of the train now with these cars fully loaded. And before I do that, we want to head back to the right so that we can back into the outbound siding. Alright, brake off. Couple notches of throttle. Probably gonna need to put it up to about 3 just to get all this stuff going. Because we are almost at our weight limit of what our locomotive can pull now. There we go, getting some speed now. And I believe it said D4. Yes. So it'll be the one straight back. I don't know if all these switches reset after the update, so we will have to make sure and double check. Another reason I'm looking forward to the day-night cycle, it'll make, if you want to do shunting at night, there's only so much you'll be able to do before your remote runs out of batteries, so that'll be an interesting choice to make. Whereas right now, with the weather always perfect and it's sunny, you can pretty much use the remote control all the time. If you use it a lot, it will run down the battery, but it should constantly be charging itself. We're losing a lot of speed on this curve here, but we don't need to go too much further. Yeah, it looks like they did not reset, which is all right. There, that should be all we need. Just need to get past this. Start putting in some brake. So it might have been too much too soon. We're good, perfect. Just throw on the independent brake there. Switch that. Definitely make sure of that. Since we pulled out of that siding, we should be good to back straight into D4. And it looks like we may have to couple and push this back a little bit to get on the junction. And this definitely means, I mean, we were going to anyway, but we would want to pretty much just take this train right back out. And we need to reverse, brake off. Just a little bit. Don't want to cram the cars together too much. A little more, it looks like. Oh, apparently I did not switch it into reverse. That would help. There we go. That'll always help. Have your reverser set to the correct direction. And we should have no trouble hitting the time bonus since we did all that setup work before validating the job. One, two, three, four, yep. It's probably fast enough. Here's that load of pipes headed out. Let's put in a couple notches of brake. I'm just going to go ahead and back us all the way in case we need to hook up to this. Now that'll be interesting. There we go. Train brake apply. Independent brake apply. Let's see how we are. We're well within the sign, so we're good to go. Excellent. Let's go turn that job in. Yep. Easy time bonus. A cool almost $12,000. deposit that. All right. And we should have this new freight haul job. Going to the harbor. That is definitely what we just loaded. And we're ready to go. So no point in doing anything else except we don't need the remote. So let's save the battery on that. And let's check out our stats screen. See what that's all about. It shows us our current money. That's nice. Current jobs and our copay. So we can actually look and see what our copay is whenever we want. And our time bonus deadline total plus 1%. So we're still not accruing any penalties to the time bonus due to our licenses and our total licenses. That's nice. Another change I heard they made is that when you do the manual servicing, it actually adds to your copay now, which is nice. So you will hit a maximum, so you can manually service your locomotive a couple times. You'll hit your copay maximum doing that, and then you can basically run down another tank of gas and then have your copay, which you're going to have to pay for damage and emissions and all that anyway. So that's an interesting change. And did I drop that here? I sure did. All right. So yeah, there's the difference though. So this one's only 13,000 versus this one here, 17,000. Well, this one will be a little easier to handle. So really we could just switch over to this one, take these pipes down to the harbor, make more money, but we're already hooked up to this, so let's finish what we started here. There we go. Gotta learn how to get better at catching these as they drop out of the validator. All right, D40, that's where we're at, harbor in town. And then we'll be going into E9I, and we will be coming in from the east this time. Which, for as much a deal as I made of that being the rare of the cases where you'll be coming in, we sure do that a lot. So let's get set up. That would have been the reason to leave the remote on. I could have disengaged the train brake so we wouldn't have to wait for it, but why be in that much of a hurry? In fact, we can go ahead and pull out our map, get that set up, pull out our remote, drop that there, here we go. And this is a heavy train. We are going to burn a lot of fuel getting down there, probably some sand too. In fact, I think I will go ahead and pick up the manual service license before we get before we go for the steam train, so that we can get used to doing that with the shunter. We should be able to leave the switches set how they are when we came around to load. We'll just go through the loading track, which is unoccupied. That was a lot of bouncing. Yeah, look at that. I'm a big fan of that. 20 is plenty fast here. Let's go stand out here and check power switches. I don't have the remote. Back here. There we go. Yep. You should be headed least at the harbor, we should have a pretty decent choice of job locations. I'd like to get something going to the farm. Never actually been up the Forest Central, so it'd be neat to head up that way. Or any of the iron ore mines. Or the coal mine, that'd be a good one to go with the steam train. Haul a load of coal out of the coal mine. Going up the hill. Yikes. We don't want to go over 30 until our whole train passes that junction. Let's say we're okay now. There we go. I was just waiting for our speed to start climbing on this downhill here. And we'll be heading up here in a few minutes. Still showing that we can go 80, but I know coming up to this junction, we are not going to be wanting to go that fast. Alright, let's start slowing down. To the right. fun when they add the ability to hook two locomotives together. It would have been fun to take two of those jobs down to the harbor. Slip. Looks all right. Our heat is climbing rapidly, so keep an eye on that. Planning on staying in the cab for most of this trip anyway, since we're facing the correct direction today. So I should hear that warning bell when it hits the yellow. Do want to keep an eye on our speed. We're only going 40. SnowRunner into my schedule. I was playing that game like crazy when it first came out, and just sort of once the overhauled update for oops, that's not good. And we're going too fast as well. That it gives you a couple seconds before the engine shuts off completely. So that was good. Anyway, I was really into SnowRunner, but I just haven't played it in a few weeks now. So maybe that's what I'll add on. We'll see how I'm feeling. Also thinking about picking up the latest Euro Truck Simulator add-on expansion that I skipped during all the Steam sales going on. 40, yeah, we're not going to get anywhere near 40. Slip too, barely going, not even 15. Yeah, this is going to be a rough one. brakes are off, yes? Oh yeah, lovely. Alright, let's set the brake. We honestly haven't had this problem before. So, we're gonna have to let our engine cool off. We may have to rethink our route here. Let's go take a look at where we are. Also, I need to check for any derailments while we're waiting, because that would be leading to the extra friction. No. Looks like it's a situation where we're just very heavy. Well, if we do end up having to go a different way, I know I can go through the steel mill. I've done 400 tons that direction before. So, let's see where we're at on our heat. Let's just wait a little bit more. See if the independent brake will hold us. Probably not. At least for right here. If we have to back out, we can just back out and then pull back forward, and it'll take a while, but we could go down from the steel mill. I know I've gone this route before without any trouble. Alright, let's see what we can do. Yeah, independent brake's not enough. Yep, crazy. Alright, brake, off, sand. Alright, we are definitely going to have to go the other way. Fair enough, let's go back while we're waiting. And flip that junction. And in fact, we'll go ahead and get on the remote as well. Overshot. There we go. Alright. Reverse. Can't grab the right thing today. Uh-oh. Where to go? I lost it. It got stuck somewhere. Oh, it turned in. Oh. There we go. That was very odd. Did not pair properly, it looks like. I must have missed it. Also, why was the battery draining the whole time even though it was off? This one going this other way. Did I miss something? Did we put on more weight than I thought? 329, we shouldn't be this difficult. Oh well. Any cars, right? Looks like we got them all. Quite a bit of lost time. I did not think it would be that difficult going up that hill. Okay. Let's coast. Very pretty. process. We used almost half a tank of diesel just doing that, going the wrong way. So we'll see where we end up here. We definitely want to watch these junctions. This one should be all right. Yes. Set up there. Just have to watch our speed going through the junction. 50. We are good. Hopefully. Let's see, we're on level. Let's see if we can. Looks like it's just kind of floating out there. Should be fine, but flat cars, if we're gonna have trouble, it's gonna be with the flat cars. Looks like we're doing all right. And I'm all right just coasting at 60 through here. We need to save fuel for our long uphill. Section of track will be fun with the D6. Probably not go super fast with the steam engine, just that thing is, gotta stay way ahead of it. They said they improved the loading, but it still seems about the same to me, honestly. There's definitely a noticeable hitch in the view when you hit a new loading trigger, but it's not too bad. I mean, it would be ideal if they could eliminate those altogether, but still more than playable. Remember, there's a bit of a down and then uphill dip coming into the steel mill that we're going to have to watch out for. We don't want to roll through there at more than 30 anyway. Just stretching my back there. Oop, uphill. Definitely don't want to slow down too much yet. Of speed on even the slightest uphill. I am seriously concerned that we may not even be able to make it to the harbor. Alright, this works. Right. Okay. Should be set up. I'm pretty sure last time we came this way we just rolled straight through, so all our switches should be alright, but keep an eye on it. Last time we came through here, we came down to the farm and the oil well, so our switches here and here should be set up all the way into the harbor once we get past this section just outside of the steel mill. Are we on fuel? Just about to a half a tank. Wow, we're cranking through oil today for some reason. Okay, and we're set up. I'm gonna put this away so I have it if I need it, and we need to slow down too much. That's a tough one because you come right out of a 30 zone through the yard, immediately into an uphill. Hopefully we can pick up a little bit of speed on the straight section. We won't be going too fast through this junction, so. This is going to be a struggle. And the heat's climbing. Once in a while there's a big bump. Yep, there's our first heat warning. There's the oil well central. Yeah, still climbing. Just need to get to the tunnel here, then it's all downhill, but we've got a long way to go. And too much heat already. This throttle without our heat climbing, that'd be alright. No such luck. Alright, we want to go left here as well. And I see the stripe pointing to the left. We might be okay here. 70 to the left, we're well below that. Actually picking up a little bit of speed. Really gonna have to keep an eye on that heat needle. Like if it's climbing, looks like it's pretty much holding steady, and we're holding steady on our speed. It's fluctuating between 30 and 35 about. That'll do. Just wow. At least we know it gives us a couple seconds before it'll shut the engine down completely. Also, we have to worry about fuel. But that's kind of the one thing we can't do too much about. We need to keep moving, right? So, joystick drift a little bit. Oh yeah, we're gonna have to throttle back one more notch. That's too bad. But our heat is definitely decreasing. So it looks like we can maybe bounce between those two notches of throttle here on the uphill. much speed. Yeah, if we do the steam engine soon, I'm trying to think for my first run. My mistake was when I did the steam engine the first time, I started in the harbor, took this crazy winding route up this way, hit these S's right here, and that was it. By the time the train just got ahead of me, I was going slightly too fast, and then it was all over. It'd be nice to do an initial steam engine run, say from the steel mill or the farm area up into like the oil well or the goods factory, even just where we've got this nice gently curving sections of track while we get more comfortable with the operation of the steam engine. Oh yeah, now we're slowing down a lot. Let's see if we can speed back up just a little. Looks like how it's going to have to be. We're going to have to put the throttle up to keep our speed, but then our heat does start climbing again. That's all right. As long as we're still moving forward, unlike trying to come up here, that was a pretty nasty uphill grade there. And I didn't know we'd be that underpowered. So that'll definitely be something to keep in mind in the future. Like we can actually take some time to look at the scenery for a few minutes now. Take in some fresh air. Disparage, the work of Alt Future and their graphics at all. As I've said before, I find the graphics in this game to be just fine. They do the job well enough. The locomotives and cars and tracks and all the important stuff look phenomenal. But just to kind of put things in my own terms, this game with SnowRunner's graphics would be like the perfect game, honestly. SnowRunner and MudRunner and Spin Tires before it all had just phenomenal atmosphere of fog and just this really oppressive, oppressive's not the right word, but it had a really thick atmosphere that I absolutely loved, and SnowRunner continued that, just really, really gorgeous. But I much prefer the gameplay of Derail Valley. I mean, I love SnowRunner too, but I like trains. So. And of course, VR is a big draw of this game for me. Oh yeah, we need to get past this soon so that we have enough fuel to make it into the harbor. but still more than a quarter tank. We should be alright. Like I said, once we get past about here, pretty much can coast all the way down to the harbor, and then we'll just need a little bit more to power us into the whatever inbound track we need to go to, which I suppose we might as well look up now. It's E9I, and we can get to the harbor. And oh yeah, that'll be nice. We can just roll all the way across the top of the harbor into E. Will be coming from the west, so it looks like it'll be 1 to the 3rd on the right. And we'll just pull straight in there for today. The harbor does have a turntable, so we can turn ourselves around if we need to, depending on what the next job will take on Wednesday. Check our junction here, though, like I said, I'm pretty sure we're all set up to hit the harbor, or to head into the harbor. Yep, we're good, because we came back out this way. We'll automatically set the switches that we roll through backwards towards the direction we came from, so. Here we go, finally, a downhill. Calls for some horn. That should do it. Get our heat down, save some gas, and now we just have to really watch our speed coming through these curves. Going much more than 40 here. Oh yeah, that is a lot of curving around. Whoa. I feel that's like a 30 or even a 20, but it doesn't say that. Here it says we should be fine at 40. Keep an eye on that. Our heat has dropped nicely. Not going to be tricked by that sign. Is nice and manageable. That way I feel like I could drop us down to 30 if we need to pretty quickly. I do like these new doors. I can just... Alright. Whoa. Let's keep an eye on. It says 60. I am not sure about that. Still have everybody? Looks like it. 2 boxcars at the back. We're good to go. Yeah, the speed's climbing. Oh yeah, look at that. Don't pay attention for a few seconds. not be slowing down though. Just fine on fuel. We might even be able to do another shunting job on Wednesday before heading back out with the fuel we have remaining, since we will have to do our copay, although, yeah, we'll see. We'll figure it out when we get there. Brake to control our speed coming down this hill. Let's see if we can't just get it stable. Coming into the harbor is definitely always going to be a little choppy, I think, just with all the trains it has to spawn, and it's definitely the most complex of the major areas. Yeah, there we go. Oh man, going to the left just like we need. Let's slow down to 30 here. Don't really trust this one. Looks like it levels out. Now we're going to go downhill a little bit more. Right there. Oh. We have to be doing all right for speed. Yeah, there we go. It's a heavy train. It likes to, gravity likes to take hold of it a lot faster than I'm used to with lighter trains. Sure I know where I'm going, but let's pull this out just in case we need it. Not want to come into the harbor going more than 30. We should be set up the way we need to go, at least for the first few junctions. You know, the first one branches off to the military base, which we are definitely will not have gone to yet. Alright. Let's slow to about 20, 25. Be able to just coast on in, unless it slows us down too much for some reason. That's odd. Don't do that. That is some violent jouncing. we need to watch. Yeah, there we go. Because we came out of there last time. We don't want to go to the right this time. We want to stick all the way to the north side of the harbor. Let's see if we'll maintain our speed coasting here. Crossing here. I'd really like to see crossing gates added at some point, just for some ambiance. Once again, we're gonna have to hit this one real quick as we come around this other one. There we go. It's going to be right, left. Not this, starting with the one after this. Looks like we might already be set up there. This is an unlabeled through track. So we've got 7, 8, 9. So right, left. It looks like we're already set up for it. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2. Oh. Not that one. Yep, it was already set up right. So 7. 7, 8. And 9, perfect. Alright, let's get our remote set up. And head to the back. Clear that junction. Yep, that ought to do it. Alright, let's set our train brake, set our independent brake, and we'll go ahead and unpair that, power down, and we'll go ahead and shut down for now. And we'll run into the office. There we go. Well, of course that ended up taking a lot longer than it needed to. But we still got a $13,000 payday. Plus, we got almost 12,000 for that really quick shunting job at the beginning. So I'm pretty happy with that altogether. Let's take a look at the licenses and see what we might want to go for next. I know we'd have to pay our fees, but let's see what we've got here. So I think we will probably go for the manual service next, just so that we can start using that. And then we may actually go for concurrent jobs too, just because sometimes it's nice to be able to haul a couple logistic jobs together to the same place, or those light freight jobs that uh, come down to the same location. Not too concerned about train length too. Hazmat might be fun as well, but I think for the next few episodes we're going to focus on picking up the manual service, which I may do. We may do a shunting job and then pick that up, and then we'll probably go for concurrent jobs too, and then we'll start working on the SH282 so that we can drive the steam engine. But that's where I'm going to leave it for today. Thanks everybody for watching. I hope you're enjoying. I'm always open to suggestions. Anything you want to see, things I should be doing differently or better, please let me know. But so I'm Keats, and I hope to see you again soon.